I love content creation. I love Rocket League. I love everything that is this. I love my family. I love my kids. I love my wife. I love all of it. So I don't want to give up any of it. And I work that much harder to make sure that each one of them gets the respect that it deserves.
State who you are and what you do.
My name is FLASHFORCE, and I am a content creator.
And you are a really great content creator. And we're just going to do some rapid fire questions. We're going to have a good time. Okay. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
All right. Sweet or salty?
Sweet.
Oh, favorite sweet.
I'd have to go probably Skittles. Favorite candy.
Skittles are so good. Skittles are so good.
good.
Skittles are so good.
Forever have been my favorite.
We have to like limit the amount of Skittles that are in the house because we bought Ranny, I think it was whatever holiday, I don't know what it was, but like the giant like family share size tub of Skittles, and he ate them all in like 3 days because he's a grown man who ate a jar of Skittles in like 3 days and got giant ulcer in the side of his mouth. Anyway, favorite place you've ever been?
Italy. I went to Italy actually for my job because I am a cinematographer and a video editor. This was not with my current position. This was with my last position, but still doing video work. We got hired to go do a destination wedding. So we literally went to go do that. And then after we did that, I got to stay and we did a workshop in Italy where we had a bunch of photographers fly out and we stayed in a castle, which was, I mean, it's insane to think about, but like,
this is like
words
my
can't
dream.
describe.
Italy, a castle, like a wedding.
Right. Oh, dude, it was the wildest thing. And I got to film so much. Like when we went to Venice, filming in Venice, that was one of my favorite destinations because my wife was with me. So that made it that much better. She was pregnant. So, well, no, it was very unfortunate because she couldn't eat certain meats and things like that. But
I'm
still,
so sorry. But that's it.
Okay.
She was
Besides the point.
pregnant. It was very unfortunate.
Yeah. It was unfortunate that, I'm sorry, let's rephrase. So it was very unfortunate that she couldn't eat some of the meats because she was pregnant. There we go. Got it out.
Or
Done.
drink the wine.
She could drink a little bit.
Oh, fair.
She could drink a little because you can drink a very controlled portion of red wine.
There are meats you can't eat?
You can't eat certain uncooked meats when you're pregnant. You're not supposed to.
Oh, true. Because we're thinking uncooked meats. Oh, for sure.
Yeah, uncooked meats. Yes, uncooked. And they serve it with like every meal. Every meal, they're like, oh, here's some more bologna and stuff. And it's like, she can't do it. She's like, I'm so sick of bread. I can't do this anymore. But no, Italy was by far the best place that I've ever been.
So if you want another place with really great food, really good views, a lot of amazing stuff that you should take her when she's not I don't think she's pregnant now. I'm just saying like at a moment when the world is in a different state and you can go on another vacation, you need to go to Greece. Go to Zakynthos. Don't go to like Athens and like the city and the tourist stuff, but go to Greece. Go to Zakynthos. Okay. Go to one of the islands. Same kind of vibe, just amazingness. Anyway, speaking of food, what is your go-to gaming snack?
Go-to gaming snack would probably be, oh, that's so hard to say because I really don't snack when I'm in my room. Like
that's
I respect my room so much, and this is why, because I came from a room that was literally boarded up with cardboard. Like the room that I was in an unfinished basement in my last house where cardboard literally separated the room because I had no other way of doing it and I didn't want to pay for drywall. So I took old boxes. I have a piece of the cardboard here. Hold on. I'm literally not kidding. Like I have a piece of the cardboard here that I'm going to frame and stick on the wall to do one of those, like, that's where I came from kind of thing.
That's where I came from.
That's seriously. And, yeah, like there I had snacks. I would eat Pringles and stuff like that randomly. But now that I'm here and I've carpeted floors and all this stuff, I'm like, I don't want to bring food in here. So I respect
my room, but I spend too much time in it to not snack in here.
You spend a lot more time in your room, so fair enough.
I wish I didn't snack though. I wish I didn't snack in here. I try to avoid like the crummy crunchy, because nothing annoys me more than having like a very nice keyboard and then being like, oh, crumbs.
I do
Um,
that. Oh, G Fuel, I deal with that. I am not smart, and I try and mix it on the desktop, and it's a nice black
this
Steel
man just said,
Series mouse pad.
I respect my stream
Hey,
room too much to snack in it that I'm gonna pour
listen.
G Fuel powder all
No,
over the
no, no, no,
place.
no, no, no. Listen. You don't have a gaming desk unless you've poured G Fuel on it. All right.
I don't
You
like
do
G
not have one.
Fuel. Fight me.
Excuse me. We'll get you some. I swear, we'll get you some.
No, but you can use FLASHFORCE's code. If you choose to get, you know, the overhyped. I'm kidding. If you choose to get
The overhype.
I just don't
It.
like
All right.
energy
It was great
drinks.
seeing you guys. We're out.
No,
Yeah.
I consume a lot of caffeine as it is, like regularly, and when I have energy drinks, they're just like too much for me. It's not anything against G Fuel. I just like to hate.
Oh no, I'm like you in that I was a soda junkie. I was totally a soda junkie.
I'll break
at
it
one
soon.
point.
We tried for a while.
Dude, it's hard. I get it. I understand.
Everyone's always like, it's so easy. You can just stop
No, it is
drinking
not.
soda. And I'm just like, listen, I'm slowly integrating myself to enjoy coffee. And that's
Right.
been about a month of drinking coffee every day. And I know that people are like, you shouldn't just replace it. I won't function if I'm not doing one of them. And so coffee has helped me not like, I'm trying to like not consume soda until later in the day. Not to start my day. And after I drink coffee, it makes me want to drink a crap ton more water. I am like, as horrible as I am at games, I'm like that, like stereotypical what people say about like gamers, like never, like I was never drinking water, constantly drinking soda and stuff like that. And it got really, really bad when I think it was towards like the start of the 1 year challenge when I first started it. And I was still, because I wasn't burnt out yet. And so I was still like 12 to 16 hours every day. And I realized that I was drinking like 6 or 8 sodas a day. And a normal person would say that that is horrible. That is ridiculously like too much. But if you, it is. And I never, please don't. And if you don't drink soda, please never do. But it's really easy to, when you're in a game room that's hot and you're recording and you're live and you're talking to people, it's really easy to just grab the beverage that's next to you and drink it. And just drink it quickly. And when you're live that many times a day, you just grab what's closest to you. And you're talking a lot, so you get more thirsty. And so I have a really awesome fridge beside me in my stream room, but I'm trying to like not put sodas in it, even though it's a soda fridge.
That's smart.
And if I want to go get a soda, I'll walk downstairs for it.
Do you fill it with water?
Yeah, I fill it with more water.
Good.
I mean, I do put some sodas in there if I'm doing a long one, but I won't like but put the soda in there because it's just ridiculous. Okay, who is the strongest Avenger?
Oh, strongest Avenger, Thor.
Do you think so? Do you think so? Do
I think so? I was gonna say I can't elaborate. I guess. I think that Thor is just the most.
I don't think there's a wrong answer.
See, I don't think
there's a wrong
Thor,
answer.
and I'm like, is that Thor though? Because like, Cap, man, Cap, like Thor and Cap.
Say he became just as
he became the one.
No spoilers here. Like if you haven't seen Endgame, it's been years.
That's true. Good point.
He became, worthy as well.
Right. That's where I'm like sort of backtracking a little bit, and I'm like, I think maybe Cap might be the one. It's definitely between Thor or Cap.
Well,
but there's just something.
So if you technically count that Cap is not currently, from what we know, still an Avenger, it would make Thor the strongest Avenger because Cap is an 80-year-old man. Right. However,
that is true. That's a good point.
If you're not going from the original 5, like our original group of Avengers that are just there and established. See, here's the thing. I used to always say that it was Thor. I was obsessed. Beautiful man. Very strong. He's the literal god to humans or to supernatural. You know what I mean? He's an actual god.
He was born into it. I think that's what gets me.
Yeah.
It wasn't like he was an experiment that became what he is,
But if you're going outside of them, and it's funny because it's not just because of the recent show. After Age of Ultron, when we were going into Civil War, when we were going into all of that, I used to say that I truly believed that it was Wanda. I really did. Just because from what you'd read in the comics and everything, she is much stronger than any of them.
Right.
Any of them could imagine. And I think that there are things that I cannot talk about that are kind of bringing that to light. And so I think with where
Right.
it's headed, like I've been saying since Civil War that I think she was the strongest Avenger. So I'd love to see that kind of play out. I'd love to see it. Leave in the comments who is the strongest Avenger. If you don't watch Marvel, then what's wrong with you? I'm not going to apologize. Google, do some research, read a comic book, watch a movie, watch a TV show, and then tell me your favorite Avenger. If you don't have one, your answer is wrong.
She's telling you if you like Batman, you can just go ahead and like turn the video off and keep rolling if you want, I think.
See, listen, I like DC. I like DC as well. I just prefer Marvel, and
Same. I would agree. I had that same sentiment exactly.
I just prefer Marvel. I think Marvel has done more for the community, the global community. I don't know. Favorite bands?
Thrice.
Ooh.
THRICE. Thrice. They have been my favorite band since I can honestly remember getting into music. I used to be in a band way back when, and I started out as a bass player. Like I learned to play piano and guitar when I wouldn't say too little. I was honestly probably borderline like 14 or 15 years old, and I picked it up. I learned to play by ear. Parents told me, well, if you learn to play a little bit more, we'll buy you this. So I learned to play a little bit more. I learned to play Pure Elise on the piano by ear, and they were like, all right, fine, we'll get you a guitar. So
It's about right. Yeah.
dude, yeah, like I just listened to it and played it back and forth, and then I got a guitar, and then I got into a band with my friend. He's like, oh, you play acoustic, you'd be really good on bass. So that's when I was introduced to Thrice. And that band, I don't know if you know who they are.
For some reason,
But-
and I hate, I am a snob.
That's okay.
And
You
when
can
when it comes to the point of like, I love music and I know a lot of music, and so I do mean this genuinely. I feel like I know Thrice, but I cannot think of what song I would know.
They seriously are not a band that has ever been so much in the forefront that I would like be offended if somebody didn't know
I
who they
will
are.
definitely check them out because the name
They are
sounds very
very,
familiar,
very
and I would
good.
not be surprised if I've perhaps
Right.
heard a song.
There's a few songs
You know, we're in the
probably have.
older area of the Rocket League community. I feel like I might know more than the newer Rocket League community.
Oh no, that means nothing. I know people that are older than me. They're like, I don't know what the hell you're talking about. It's like, oh,
All
well,
right, hold on. Research purposes. We're gonna detour here. The Rice.
okay, let it rip.
Rice songs. Do I know any of them?
I'm trying to think where you would know them from.
I might not.
There's a good chance that you won't, and I think
They're
that's
a
very
UK
fair.
based band.
No. They are
they're
a California-based
touring.
band.
They were
Yes.
touring. They have future things planned. You're really hopeful if you're planning, tours out in September. I'm hopeful too. I feel
Oh, I'm
you. I feel
excited.
you.
You
I
have
will
to
check it out
understand.
later. We will all
Check
check
it out
later. We will give our
Yes.
reviews. We'll give our critiques before I get
Best-
sidelined.
Every album is different. Like it is seriously amazing to see them grow and become different with every single one. They talk about how in interviews about how the music that they listen to influences how their albums sound. So that's why it changes. And it's not just the same sound for 30 years. It's literally something different on every album. And they started experimenting, and I love their sound. But Visu, VHEISU, something close to that. That's the best album. If you guys want to check out Thrice, I would highly, highly suggest that you check that one out. That is the best, but favorite band by far.
Like the World of Warcraft character?
No.
No, but that's how the World.
Oh,
of
was it
Warcraft
named
character.
after? Are you saying? I don't think so.
Fair. They have the
Okay.
same name. But I know nothing about World of Warcraft or Thrice.
Oh, me either.
So
I
was just
was
Googling, and
hoping
it
you were
was
not going to
like-
ask me anything. I was like, oh, dude, I'm so
you-
done. Oh my gosh.
Oh God. Okay, here's the second most important question I will ask you this interview. Here's the second most important question I will ask you this interview.
All right.
Ketchup or
Ready.
mustard?
Depends on what it's on.
No, pick.
Yes.
Okay,
I just got to pick. Like if one's like gone forever or something.
and then you can give your like ride the fence answer. But
The ride the fence answer. All right. I would probably, I gotta go ketchup. Like mustard is great on
I'm so
stuff,
sick
but
of all of you.
come on, mustard is so strong. Like it is too strong to have around all the time.
Sounds
It's one of those like
weak-minded point of view. What's wrong with a
Weak-minded?
strong condiment?
a strong condiment. That's like saying that you would rather have sour cream and onion Pringles for the rest of your life rather than the regular ones. I'm sorry, but you have certain ones in control and the other you can eat in abundance.
Did you
Ketchup,
just compare
abundance,
mustard to
control.
sour cream and onion Pringles?
I 500% just did.
So many other bold flavors of Pringles.
But no, those are the two that, like, I think whenever people ask me what my favorite chip is, I always say Pringles. And like, okay, well, what's your favorite flavor? And like every single time I say, well, if I'm eating a lot at once, I go regular. If I'm eating just
I go
a few,
regular because I'm a hot sauce addict. I'm a hot sauce addict, and
I'm not.
Like I'll dip them in hot sauce, and so. But I like all flavors of Pringles. To be fair, I'm a person who will try them a lot. But okay, I get the analogy, because what I was literally about to say is I think with sour cream and onion, I can only have a couple because of the very strong onion. But that's just onions. That's onions. Mustards are not onions.
That's just mustard.
Mustard's plural.
I said mustard.
No,
there was no S there. You did. Okay.
I said mustards are not onions. Ogres are not onions. I'm moving on from this. Where did you get your name, Flash?
I got my name from nothing spectacular. People expect some crazy story, and there's not. I've always liked the nickname Flash. I had used it in the past for some gaming things very lightly. There was never like a big gamer tag or anything. And then I needed something cool to go with it. So I started literally going through different words, and I was like, Flash this, blah, 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 Flash Force. That sounds kind of cool. I could go with that. And then I realized it's like taken everywhere. Like I can't use that on any Twitch or nothing. So I was like, all right, well, what am I going to do? So then I had the idea to add the 4,000, very bottish, but I was like, it just.
But hey, you have 4, it without the 4,000 on Twitch now.
And
Mr.
now,
Partner Man.
And now we are slowly working on our rebrand, if you will, of dropping said 4K. And I'm working on that with Twitter and with TikTok and with Instagram. I am on it because I'm sick of having it, but it's great. Twitch is so amazing in that they do at least help you once, So yeah.
Imagine not picking an easily taken name.
I should have just been the Flash.
No, you know the concept of me getting Widow anywhere?
Oh yeah, that's true.
It is,
by the way,
horrendous, but it looks so clean on Switch.
Have you thought about trying to actually get some trademark done?
I've thought about it. It's actually why I switched from Black Widow, because I could have gotten Black Widow on Twitch when I got partner, but honestly, I just wanted Widow. People called me Widow, and I think it shocked people so much because I gave the warning, like I gave the heads up right after I got partner. I was like, I'm changing my name.
People grew with you from one name and just see it take a drastic change when you drop the front half off. It's different.
Yeah, and so I was like, I'm changing my name, and everyone thought it was going to be Black Widow. Everyone thought it was going to be Black Widow, and then I just popped up and I was like, no, you guys were all calling me Widow every stream anyway. Everyone just called me Widow.
It's so clean to just have Widow. Like, it's just so much better.
And now I'm Widow, and
so
everyone knows me as Widow, and it's not it's not Black Widow RL, Black Widow it was Black Widow IRL for the record.
Black Widow RL underscore
but it was Black Widow R. Everyone was like Black Widow RL, Black Widow girl, and I was like, no. But yeah. Okay. You're a dad.
That's what I've heard.
End of video. Just you're a dad. No, and they're featured in the TikToks sometimes. And it's just really adorable and it's really cute content. But are you a kind of tricky question, because I know that you've kind of done some things, but are you excited for them to get into gaming, to grow up around a dad who games, to get into gaming, to introduce them to gaming?
Oh, my kids are already into gaming. That's the best part.
Let's go.
They are already in it. My 8-year-old loves to, during his technology time, we do our best to, parent, and we tell them all right, you are given basically this many throughout the day. You can do with that whatever you want. You can watch a show, you can play a video game. It is your choice. But when that time is up, the time's up. And the 8-year-old will come downstairs and be like, hey, Dad, do you want to play Rocket League? Dude, can I ask for anything more? Yeah, sure.
Please tell me this is your responsibility of raising a future generation, to make sure he is never a kid who's like, give me free items.
Oh no! Oh please! Oh
I'm finally
please!
getting to talk to a parent of a kid who plays Rocket League.
It's my responsibility to deal with this. I don't think I can do it.
Oh
No,
God.
no, I've raised him better than that. Believe me, he's not
Thank
going to
you.
go
It
around
doesn't
ask
take
for
much.
1v1 freestyles. No, they're amazing.
Do you know who my
Alex,
dad is?
you know my dad. Yeah, no, Izzy, she really doesn't know much. She's 2, so she pops in from time to time, and she's cute. She's
Yeah, she's
brings in the
adorable.
viewers.
She's
She's
adorable.
adorable. Oh, and she knows it. And when she pops in, it's always a show. Everyone always says hi, and she says hi back and stuff, and it's hilarious. And then little Alex, who he was recently featured with his. I told him on stream if he scored a goal that I would buy him 2 bags of Sour Patch Kids, and he scored. I was like, bro, all right, bet. And then I was like, all right, I'm gonna go back and get him some more. So I'm gonna go back to the store tomorrow. But with gaming, they love it because they know it's just another way to interact with us. I think that's the biggest thing. It's not just like I get to play games. It's like I get to play games with my mom and dad. So we play Mario Party together, Mario Kart together on Switch and stuff. And then
Oh, Mario Party is the
yeah.
best franchise of games that has ever existed. Sorry, Rocket League.
Oh, well, yeah. I'm sorry, but Mario definitely takes the reins for having the best games ever. I'm sorry. We love Rocket League. You know
We love Rocket League. Well, in fairness, Rocket League, even though, SARP, I wouldn't consider it a franchise. Mario, like, you know what I mean?
Right.
Like Mario Party as like 10, 11, different games.
Yeah, seriously,
that's
how
what I'm
many is
saying.
there?
We'll carry it there. But switching to Rocket League, what got you into Rocket League?
My friends. I picked up Rocket League for the first time ever in 2016 for about a day. I was at school and my friend said, here, try this. Give me a controller. I tried it. I was like, this sucks. This game's horrible. It's because it was so hard. I was like, this is stupid. So I never played it again for 2 years. And then in 2018, I was on Xbox. My friends and we always played together. So we played Call of Duty together all the time. We played Battlefield. We basically bounced from game to game, just a bunch of friends, and it was great. And then they got into Rocket League. Like they started getting into it, and we're talking like fresh bronze, silver, getting into it. And they were like, dude, you've got to play with us. I'm like, I remember that game. That was not good.
That was not good.
That was not good. That was not an enjoyable experience for me. So I was like, you know what? Fine, whatever. I'll bite the bullet. I'll play with you guys. So I started, and we did private matches together and like chaos matches. And I'm like, all right, this isn't that bad. All right, it's pretty good. And I realized that I was progressing a little bit faster than them. So I'm like, all right, this is actually pretty good. And then private matches, I'm destroying them. I'm like, all right, this game is pretty awesome. And then
played ranked.
And literally from there, I went and played ranked, and I was like, wow, these guys are they're sweaty. Wow, they're really trying to defeat me, like my heart and soul. And I just kept at it, and I kept going. And my friends were like, I'm gonna go play something else. I'm like, dude, I want to play Rocket League. I want to play. So I had a couple friends that would stay on, and we kept going and going, and they all basically stopped, and I just kept on trucking. And I haven't really turned back since. I mean, yeah, we have the occasional like turning away from content here or there to do some other different type, but honestly, it's been like Rocket League at least once a day. And streaming, the first thing that I streamed was Rocket League. Like the reason I got into streaming in general was because I knew that I wanted to stream this game.
Yeah.
And it was from Xbox off my Mac with some sort of like aftermarket like capture card, because you couldn't use an Elgato capture card with the Macs yet. So like I made it work. Like talking about streaming, like a lot of people talk about how they don't have a lot. They don't have some crazy microphone or some crazy camera setup or whatever. You just take what you have and go. You can make it work. You can plug some cheap webcam into your computer and have your face on the screen and go.
You just made me so happy. Because I've talked about that a few times. You're one of the first people that can say that has a almost dead serious similar situation, because I started streaming in 2018, end of 2018, December. I didn't start with Rocket League. I hadn't found Rocket League yet, but I was on Xbox, and I was streaming from my Xbox, without a camera, directly from my Xbox. And then I got a Connect because I wanted to have the camera,
right.
And I was like chatting from my phone, and then I leased a very like barely functioning, able to stream PC. Got a capture card, ran it through,
Mm-hmm.
and like a week and a half later found Rocket League, and I thought it was the stupidest game in the world. I thought it was the stupidest game in the world, but I downloaded it that night, started playing it the next day, and here we are. And here we
Weird.
are a little over 2 years later, but it was kind of in a similar situation. I remember because I found Rocket League, I really liked streaming it. It was the first game I really enjoyed streaming. And at the time when I first started streaming, I'd been streaming Injustice and Mortal Kombat and just things that dead audiences, no offense, like, but you know what I mean? Like, like 30 people were in the whole category
Right.
when I was
Not
streaming
as
it.
near.
It's not that
Yeah.
it's dead. It's just that is not like really potential growth for, they're usually with a streamer already.
Right.
Because it's not a game that is, it was old games. I wasn't streaming Injustice 2 or like the new Mortal Kombat. I was streaming what I had. And so when I started play, and then I found Fortnite, you know, and I did that for like a month. And along there is also when I found Rocket League, and so I was starting with Fortnite because that was when I was actually meeting people. But then when I found Rocket League, that's all I wanted to stream, and it went from like I'd play Fortnite and then I'll switch to Rocket League. I'll play Rocket League and then I'll switch to Fortnite. I might try a different game. And then it got to the day of where like I did like 3 days in a row where it was just Rocket League. And I was like, I'll play Fortnite. I'll play Fortnite on Friday or something. And somebody in chat was just, I forgot. Somebody in chat was just like, when are you gonna stop calling yourself a variety streamer? And just admit that you're just playing Rocket League. And I was like, all right, I'm not a variety streamer. I'm a Rocket League streamer. And it was the greatest. It was the greatest, though.
That's funny you say it like that, because that's, I mean, I left out like small detail, but that's literally how it was for me when I first started streaming. I started streaming because of Rocket League, but then I would switch. I would switch to like Call of Duty, and I was playing it with my friends. That's basically, I think, one of the main reasons I started streaming was because I knew that I could meet people, but also that, oh, like my friends can watch me play, so that's cool. I'll just stream. And I would go back and forth between Call of Duty and Rocket League, and it was that literally like World War II, back to this, back and forth. And then I got like really good advice when I started taking it a little more seriously. They're like, if you're going to be a variety streamer, just know that grind is going to be a tough one, because it's a lot harder to grow when you're playing on a different game. And that's when I started really looking into advice on how to grow as a streamer. I was like, well, maybe I should just stick with Rocket League. Like, I have fun with this game.
I
Yeah.
will forever have, I have so much respect for everyone who's grinded through Rocket League or any other game, and especially super popular games. The people who popped off through Fortnite, that's insanity. You had millions of people competing with, you know what I mean? Like in that competing term. And things there, but like you found your way to make yourself stand out amongst like the most popular game on the platform for the longest time. But I have an unsurpassable amount of respect for people who were just always variety streamers.
It's massive.
It blows
it's such a hard
my
thing to
mind. It blows my mind, because I think that's everyone's dream, and I've seen you tweet about it, and I know that I've tweeted about it on my own too, and I know that like a point of being able to say that we do this full time and we are full-time content creators is the fact that we have a fun job, one that we enjoy, one that we are in control of, one that we are happy with. Because if we're not, there are much easier jobs to make a consistent salary with, you know. I don't think people understand that. like we get it. We know that it's hard. And there are easier ways, you know what I mean? There are easier ways to make a salary and all of this, but like also you want to grow. So many people come in and be like, why don't you, you know, like if you're tilted on Rocket League, take a break from Rocket League for a week. And I'm just like, as much as I want to love every single bit of what I do, I don't want to just like step away from the thing that helps me grow as a content creator either. And it's finding the balance there, you know, it's finding the balance of and all of that. But, you know, I think we've all tweeted about that. It was like, you know, we eventually want to be able to play games comfortably on stream and enjoy them and have people stick around and stuff like that. But that's usually eventually after you've established something. So those people who can just variety right off the bat, you know, it's just full sending personality, that it is top tier. It is godsend. It does not matter what you are playing from the get-go. I know that so many communities get to go, it doesn't matter what you're playing. We know we have our community who will stick with us now. But from the get-go, holy crap.
From the get-go, and like you just said, the fact that they can go anywhere and it doesn't matter. Like they're gonna shine through it. It
Yep,
just
they're
shows
like, I'm
a
playing this
content
indie
creator.
game that came out 17 years ago that has like one other person. I don't know if it's ever been streamed on Twitch or has like
But it
one
looks
other
like the
person
most
ever
popular
live.
game you've ever seen.
Yup. You'll pop
Because
in and
they're
you'll be
the one
like, oh
doing it.
my God.
If Tim the Tap Man, if you did not know his numbers, but you saw him streaming some different game that no one had ever played, and you saw his personality, you would think like, oh, this must be like a thing. Okay, cool.
I want to see
It's
Tim the
just-
Tap Man play Rocket League. There was a tweet about it like
I saw that.
months ago, and I'm itching for it. I'm itching for it. I think
One day,
him.
if we can get him and like Dr. Lupo or some of them to come play, like I know XQC did. He played Justin. Randomly.
Yeah, XQC
That was
plays all the
amazing.
time. He plays Rocket League. He was one of the. So funny enough, when I first found, I'm rambling so much. Oh my God, we've detoured.
Let it rip.
But like when I first found Rocket League, it's because a friend from a Discord community, one of the like growing, streamers Discord communities that I had met. I was watching his stream. I think he was drinking. I can't remember, but he was playing with his friends and he was playing Rumble, and that was my first like view of Rocket League was drunk people playing Rumble, and I was like,
That sounds fun.
I was like, this is so stupid though. But I was like, what? I didn't understand what was going on,
He's
but I
punching
downloaded
that
it
guy.
that night.
This is
It worked.
dumb.
It worked. The marketing worked.
Right.
But so when I was so I downloaded Rocket League, I started streaming it, but obviously I wanted to see other people who were streaming it. And the first person I ever subbed to on Twitch was Serena Shadow. And she still streams sometimes. She doesn't really do it often anymore. But she was the first person I ever subbed to on Twitch because I wanted to find, girl gamers, and she was like the top of the list of what I was looking at the time, like the day that I was live. But the two other people who were live were Scissors and XQC. So my introduction to the large streamers playing Rocket League were
XQC.
Scissors and XQC. And Scissors has obviously played much more Rocket League since then. He plays all the time when he's not
all the
busy and
time.
all of that. But at the time he was not. He was full custom map speedrunning Scissors.
Right.
Fortnite Scissors, like at his prime, Fortnite Scissors. So my first introduction to large people playing Rocket League were XQC and Scissors.
My first introduction to Rocket League on Twitch, because my friend at work was the one that actually introduced me to Twitch, and he knew that I gamed, so he introduced me to the platform and said, you should check it out. There's really great streamers for different games and different categories. And then that's when I met Dr. Disrespect and like Tim the Tap Man and all the like the top down kind of thing. And then the first Rocket League streamer that I ever watched was Kronovi, and I didn't know that he was a pro. So I remember
You're just
watching
like, God
him.
tier Rocket League.
I remember watching him just thinking, damn, this guy's good. Like, my God, man, how did he get this good? Not realizing, oh, he's a professional. That's how he got this good. And that brought me in when I saw that. Seeing that gameplay, it's like, man, I could get to that one day.
I don't know if you've ever heard, but Ranny's host sound is Summit watching Kronovi play Rocket League.
Oh, yeah. Oh, my gosh.
Everyone
love
loves
it so much.
Kronovi playing Rocket League.
I love
it. Okay, so I'm gonna skip a few questions that aren't
That's fine.
as important because the big detours there. But we just talked about what got you into Rocket League. And how you found Rocket League and, touched on, like your journey in Rocket League. But earlier I asked you the second most important question. I was going to ask you this video, ketchup or mustard, and you're a coward who tried to ride the fence, and that's okay. But now it's time for the most important question I'm going to ask you this video. And it's very much about Rocket League and there. And it's honestly the most important one I'll ask you. Do you need to download Rocket League to play in private matches, Flash?
I hate you so much. I hate you so much.
So this was a segue for me. I just wanted to make him wildly square and uncomfortable. But
Flash
has been killing
it's
it on
so
TikTok.
cringy. It hurts. Oh, it hurts me in my soul.
Flash has been absolutely killing it on TikTok. And I just wanted to talk to you about that for a little bit. I wanted to talk about how TikTok,
Thank you for the introduction
has helped
to
you.
it.
How TikTok has helped you. For reference, that's a TikTok of his. And that was great.
Makes me want to cry. Literally makes me want to cry. Yeah, that's reference to a very recent TikTok where I really take no shame in grabbing part of chat that might be a little bit awful and bringing it to the front and saying, basically, in a TikTok version, don't do this. Like, why? Why are you this person? And literally, someone asked, do I need Rocket League to play in a private match during a community day? And the TikTok basically edit was me and then just a bunch of confused
Just
gifs
confusion.
and memes.
I'm doing something weird to my face in reaction to that right now.
It hurts everybody, I think, to hear it. But TikTok has been one crazy ride. I did not think that it would grow the way that it did. When I first started, I started the intention of just another platform. You always get told like you need to grow on other social media. So if you're on Twitch, you need to grow on YouTube. You need to grow on TikTok. You need to have a Twitter so you can talk to your audience. And I was getting pushed to TikTok. Honestly, I got pushed there by a streamer by the name of Stallion. He told me, he's like, dude, you need to do it, because he was starting to grow and he was noticing it on Twitch.
Wait, like Cod Stallion?
Yes.
I know him. Nice.
Oh, he's amazing. He's one of my inspirations. I love that man to death. Yeah, he was the one that pushed me to it. So I was like, all right, you know what? Fine. I posted maybe a couple times. I had a couple videos that did well, but I at no point tried really that hard. It's like, all right, I'm gonna actually start trying. So I'm gonna try to post every day if I can. So when I first started, before I got to 5,000 followers, I was posting 3 times a day. I knew that if I wanted to grow, I needed to get my face on the platform. So I started posting. One might be, yeah, seriously. Like I posted my face once, and then I did maybe a response to a question, and then I did something else, maybe a going live video or something. And I just kept doing it and then trying. Then I started to get creative and started to think of different things that might pop off and go viral. Like, what do you do to go viral? What's the answer to that? So I started trying different videos, and one of the first things that got me a lot of views was literally the Taylor Swift song, and then oh gosh, what was the name of the song? Oh, help.
She's had quite a few go viral
Juliet.
here lately.
Romeo and Juliet.
I was like,
that's like, hey, you know, the Leonardo DiCaprio movie, the one. Yeah. So that song popped off on TikTok, and everyone started like doing a dance to it, a specific dance. And what I did was I basically mimicked it with a Rocket League car, and that was one of my first videos to take off. And I was like, what is going on? All of a sudden, all these followers started pouring in. It was wild response. I'm like, that's what this is? Literally, like, I work so hard on these other things. I do a stupid, like, shake the car around thing, and it gets views. All right, I guess. So
yeah. Stupid algorithm. I love TikTok. There are so many great, beautiful, amazing things that come from TikTok, but I feel I will think through a TikTok so much. And I don't mean in the overthinking thing. I think like editing, doing well with it.
Right.
And all of
Time,
this. And
effort,
my first TikTok that blew up was me showing off the NFL decals.
The NFL decals. I was to say, I remember when that one took off.
I hit 1 million views in 18 hours.
Right. And then you got response from the Detroit Lions.
Yeah.
I remember that.
Yep. And then it was good for a little while, and then I took a week off, which was apparently death for TikTok. Big and came back with like 300 views. I'm sorry, I was finishing the 1 year.
You're not allowed to take a break. You've been streaming for how many days straight?
436 today.
Yeah.
When this is recorded,
you know more than anyone.
Out, it'll be more than it. But at that point, my biggest regret, I do say this, my biggest regret with the 1 year challenge was that I did not. There's so much things I could have shared, so many things I could have done at the start of all of it. And I didn't have time, and I didn't. Of course not.
Right.
I just didn't, because I was trying to stream literally all day, so I didn't have time to edit, and I wasn't posting on TikTok, and I wasn't posting on YouTube. I did like 3 YouTube videos that whole year, and now I've done like 20 the first 2 months of this year. I don't know. Yeah. But like that was my
not starting early enough. Yeah, I totally feel that.
Like that was my biggest thing, and like and I know that a lot of people out there are feeling like, oh hey, I don't want to hop on TikTok now because I feel like everyone's doing it and I'm on the bandwagon. Hop the fuck frick gone the bandwagon. There, that is going to get censored. I just recently got monetized. No, hop on the bandwagon, ride it for forever. There's no gatekeeping content creation allowed here. There is no gatekeeping content creation allowed here. If you are a content creator who wants to grow, I don't like, this is obviously this lecture isn't for the content creators who don't want to grow, you know, the ones who are just chilling or relaxing or whatever. I get that feedback a lot of people being like, what if I don't want to?
I don't want to do this. It's like, then don't push. Right. I'm obviously not talking to you.
But if you are a content creator who is not using TikTok right now and wants to grow, stop. Pull the. I was one of them who was like, I was one of the elder millennials who was like, I refuse to get on TikTok. It's a knockoff Vine. It was me. I used to be on Musical.ly. You want to know that? TikTok wasn't originally TikTok. The original name of TikTok was Musical.ly, and it was none of the creative content. It was none of the creative content. It was just people lip syncing. It was just people. And I don't mean lip syncing quotes of things. I mean just lip syncing. Right. It was very jerky camera motions, and you were going like. I'm doing motions right now. I'm so sorry that you can't see me.
No, that's fine. You I'll pretend like I can see it. No, I think what a lot of people don't understand is that you can avoid so much of what you want to call cringy TikTok, and you can stay away from it. It's not that hard to hold a video and say not interested, because guess what? It learns who you are, and it stops showing you that crap.
Honestly, the first time you get on, go on there and like a bunch of comments, like a bunch of posts of the things you want to see. Look
up hashtag Rocket League if you want to look up Rocket League, and you will start seeing Rocket League. If you want to see Fortnite, look up Fortnite. If you want to see cooking, look up cooking. It's the platform, it can be used so well.
So many people come in and they're like, I don't want to get on there and watch TikTok dances and ooh girls and all that. And one, there is nothing wrong with TikTok dances and ooh girls. Everyone has their own content and does their own thing. But if that's not for you, don't watch it. And I remember calling out a kid who was like, the only thing I ever see on my For You page is all of this. And I go, then that's the only thing you're liking.
Right, that must be what you want to see then.
Because TikTok is literally the most. I will comment or view a TikTok of one thing that I'm interested in. That's all I'm going to see for the next 3 weeks.
That's all I'm going to see for next week. Yeah. I think the other thing to elaborate on what you said about the oversaturation of TikTok and people being afraid because they're like, that's too late, right? Like I didn't make my move in time.
I thought it was too late.
I was too late. I think, yes, you're a little bit late in the sense that it's not as easy. It's just, it takes work, and if you want to grow, you gotta have content, right? You need to have content. It could be in any way, shape, or form. I know somebody that grew to over 1 million followers. They post nothing about gaming. They literally post about their life. But guess what? They're a content creator, and it just, that's how their channel grew. You need to find what your niche is, take it and run. Whatever works on TikTok for you. If you post something on TikTok and it works, post something similar again. Don't go, well, this is my chance to shout out my Twitch. Stop. That is one of the worst things you could possibly do, is have something do well and then self-promote, because everyone's going to go, oh, well, I'm done. See ya.
Yep.
Wipe my hands clean. I'm out of here. I've seen so many people do it where they've gotten a video where it's had a couple 100,000, 1 million views, whatever it is. And then the next video, they're like, oh, make sure to check out my Twitch. Do they get a couple follows? Sure. Does their TikTok now bomb? Absolutely.
Yeah. And we're not saying never do that. But like,
no. Absolutely not. You should absolutely push your audience to the other platform, but give it time. Like, your audience needs to learn you first. Like, they need to learn who you are, and then you push. Like, there's nothing wrong with making a TikTok that says that you're going live. Hey, I'm going live. I'll be live for the next few hours. We're doing this and this on stream, blah, blah, blah. Or you can get creative and think of different ways. I know so many different people that do it so many different ways. You do it your way, but just don't think every post is, go to my Twitch, go to my Twitch, go to my Twitch. There's ways of doing it. I literally started posting my Twitch clips because I knew that was my content. So I took my Twitch clips, I turned them into TikToks, post it, and then people started asking themselves, oh, hey, what's your Twitch?
Yep.
And then that's how it got known. It wasn't me forcing it down their throat, like, go follow me. If you're not following me, you're doing it wrong, you know?
So to tie into what you were saying, like how like everything shouldn't just be like every day a going live thing and all of that, it kind of ties into something that I talked about in the Rocket Sledge interview. Rocket Sledge and I talked about, and he made a comment about YouTube. And it was, sometimes you have to accept the fact that there are things that won't work for your channel if your channel is not already large enough. It's not saying that it won't eventually, and it's not saying that you shouldn't try new content and things, but there are things that people see work for larger content creators and they just assume that that's what they need to do. But
Right.
most of the people who have those successful just going live TikToks that aren't anything more than saying I'm going live is because they already have an established audience.
100%.
They already have that person going there. They already have the content. Like you just said, get the content, get them to know you, get them there. Like when I did the NFL skins, and that happened. My next couple TikToks were using an NFL skin.
And you did it so smart the way that you used it, because you saw the NFL thing do so well. You immediately jumped right back in the next day and did it. And then that video, do you remember how many views that got?
I think it got like 60,000. Or
I'd say that's pretty good.
That was great. That was absolutely great. And then I think my next one got 17,000, and it was a response to somebody asking for a skin.
Right.
And that was just a reply video got 17,000. And then I stopped posting for a week, and I went back to like 300 views because I was a smaller creator.
Right.
I was a smaller TikTok creator and all of that. But like when people ask me about my wheels or like my inventory or things like that, and I post something that has to do with the inventory and that does well, the next couple videos are going to be like that. And that's not telling you to only create content that you don't want to create. That's not telling you just stick to one. It's saying be smart about it.
Grow your audience.
Grow your audience.
Yeah.
Give them a little bit of what they want. If you want to post a TikTok the next day that promotes your Twitch or is humor or is completely off the wall, make sure you're posting 3 TikToks that day. And the other 2 have to do with what your audience is expecting from you. And then the other one can just kind of start trickling in.
Yep. You need to look at your analytics. You need to check and see when your peak time is. That should be your best TikTok that you think is going to perform well that day. And then do one earlier and after, and pick one earlier that maybe could be something that is more personal based, not game based. And then the one later could be something about Twitch if you wanted to. It's just, you learn what works for you, and you learn what
this
doesn't.
interview became TikTok tips
How to TikTok
with FLASHFORCE and Widow. And I know that FLASHFORCE is killing it much larger on TikTok, but I have 6 years in marketing. Just listen to me. Just listen to me.
You know what
too.
you're talking about.
I know what I'm
it's
talking
getting there.
about.
You're growing. Right.
Yeah, no. Oh my God. Hi video. Hi chat. Hi YouTube. I just stumbled. That whole thing is getting edited out.
Nope, that's gonna stay in. Love it. Every second. Leave it. Whoever yep, leave it. Don't do a thing. Yep.
Again, I had so many other questions, but I did want to ask you this. You are, like I said, you are killing it. You are killing it on TikTok. You are killing it on Twitch. You are, starting to that grind on YouTube. You are doing it all
on YouTube.
And you're also you're married, you're a dad, you have multiple children, you're and all of that. How are you balancing it all?
I'm not. No, I'm kidding.
That is an okay answer. That is acceptable.
It is acceptable, but that's not true. That is not true at all. Time management is so important, and it's still something that I'm even teaching myself today, that if you want everything, you can have it, but you need to work for it. And I know that firsthand from knowing that I love my job. I love being a video editor and a cinematographer. I love content creation. I love Rocket League. I love everything that is this. I love my family. I love my kids. I love my wife. I love all of it. So I don't want to give up any of it. And I work that much harder to make sure that each one of them gets the respect that it deserves. And you can think of it like social media, and that each one deserves respect in each area, and you need to treat it that way and not just a dumping ground. So when it comes to having the time for everything, obviously my family and my kids and my wife will always come first. So that's top of the line. And from there, that's when it's like, okay, what are we doing this day? Are we going to hang out that night? I'm not going to do anything, no content whatsoever, no editing, nothing. We're just going to chill, play with the kids, go do something, whatever it is. And then from there, that's when I start basing my schedule. So I have my work days where I go to work and I do this, and then I come home. When I come home, that's when I'm like, okay, I have free time to go do my content. I'm on the content grind. Sometimes I stay up super late, and it's stupid and it's dumb, and I'm fixing it because Leth tweeted this out not too long ago, and man, is he right, that you need to have a good sleeping schedule, because if you don't and you wreck it because you're trying to stay up and do content, you're going to be drained and you are not going to be anywhere near 100% for
Yep.
the content that you want to do. And
That's been the start of my second year of
it can
the
destroy
year.
you. It can literally tear you down. And I just started feeling that. Like 3 days ago, I was so drained. I was like, I can't, my stream felt bad. I was like, I feel so terrible. Like, and I think it's because of me. And I'm so tired. I'm exhausted. I don't want to play
I
with
saw
my
your
kids. I
tweet
don't want
about
to do
that.
anything.
I saw your tweet
Yeah.
where you were like, sometimes the vibes are just off. And
Right. That was that stream. I was like, dude, this isn't it. I'm not feeling it today. And I even apologized to stream. I'm like, guys, I'm just sorry, man. Like, I don't want it to be like this. And then I literally did a Super Mario 64 stream for Mario Day, March 10th. And I honestly had so much fun. Like, that was like a revival. I'm like, oh, back to norm. Here we go. And I think, yeah.
I was having a similar. I think a lot of people were. I don't know what it was last.
Did you notice that? It was literally everywhere. It's in the water. Every single person.
So the day before you tweeted that, like another side roll. But the day before you tweeted that, it's 2 days before you tweeted that, I just had a stream where, and I don't do this often, where I just went literally. I just go, I don't want to be live, guys. I was like, I just don't. I was like, I'm trying. I was like, I have a headache. I was like,
right.
Chat vibes are kind of off. I was like, I am playing horribly and I don't want to play another game. I don't want to switch games. I was like, I don't want to be live right now. And I was like, I don't want to be a bad streamer. I don't, you know what I mean? I like, not saying you're a bad streamer. I don't want this to be bad vibes. Like, we've had a lot of good vibes lately or whatever. But the next day when I went live, like, I got rated by a couple streamers, and both of them came in and they were like, I just had to end early. It was actually 2 people that we really love. Jake from State Farm came in and he was like, just bad vibes today. And then
I think
Pluto
I was literally in his stream earlier that day
Pluto
when he was like having a hard day.
Pluto came in and he was like, I need good vibes. And I was just like, oh, okay. Rocket League community is really feeling it right now, huh?
Seriously, everybody's taking a hit.
But that's normal and that's okay. And that's, but yeah. Tying back to what you were saying, good sleep schedule is good for your content.
Listen, but before we depart from that, though, I really do need to speak on to something about it. And it's just,
I'll shut my mouth.
No, you are fine. No, it's honestly, it is helping me so much, like brainstorm thought and process. And I think one thing that I always think about when I see that someone's maybe having a hard time on stream, like you read a room, like you go into a stream and you see someone's having a hard time. If there's somebody that interacts with their chat all the time, if chat is being very memey and they're just not recognizing that there's something off and they just continue and just dig and dig, it makes it so much worse for the streamer. And I know that you are like me and that you are very interactive. You love talking to your community, obviously, all the time. And I do the same thing, and I'm reading chat like all the time. So like, no matter what I'm doing, I'm reading the feed the entire way, calling out everything that I can, answering questions. And then you start seeing the messages come in, the memey ones that are trying to mess with you. And it's not necessarily the people that are new that mess with you. It's whenever your own, they're there all the time and they start doing it.
Yeah, and they're not being hateful, but they just thought that it was a better vibe, or
they thought it was funny or whatever. And it's like, all right, this is just not it, man. Like, okay, all right. Well, I guess that's it. And then that's when like all the people we see just start ending it. So I think if I have a message to anybody that's listening, like, I don't want it to sound like this, but if you want to see a good streamer, you need to be a good viewer. You need to make sure that you understand what is going on. Read the room when you enter the chat if you've never been in a stream before, and understand what is acceptable, what is not. Ask questions if you have to ask questions, but also know the limit too, because you can see streamers start to break down, literally see them break down. And when you see it, stop digging, because you think like, you know what, they might laugh at this, they might think it's funny. Be very, very careful and just be respectful to as many people as you can.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just like that's so been on my mind. Like,
going.
Seriously, thinking about it, it almost breaks my heart hearing like everybody talk about it and like hearing you break down and stuff like that. It's tough. It's hard. Your psyche gets wrecked from that, and you don't want to see anyone go through that. And yes, we always talk about the next day could be a better day, but you shouldn't have to have days like that.
No, yeah. I've recently had like I was saying, I recently had that stream where I was like, I just don't want to be live, guys, or whatever. And it was just bad vibes or whatever.
Right.
And I love my community, and amazing vibes always. But like, there was somebody in my chat who like, they were not being hateful with it, but they were like, maybe just don't talk to chat and just focus on the game. And I was like, that is no. What? I was like, I get the sentiment, but like there are those of us who are chat focused. If I wanted to play the video game and not talk to chat, I would not be live. I play the video game offline. I promise I play the video game much better offline. I
you're not looking like this at your chat the entire time.
I sacrifice a lot of gameplay. Like you guys think I'm the worst player imaginable. No, I just don't look at the ball. I will play entire games where I'm like, I score, or like we scored. Was I carried? No, I scored twice. Huh? Amazing.
I literally go in the air, and as I'm in the air, I'm looking at chat, reading a message while I'm flying towards the ball.
Muscle memory.
Like,
no, blah, blah. Yeah, like not to end it on bad vibes. I think what we're saying is good vibes are important. And if you notice that there are bad vibes, if you're having a bad, it's not your responsibility to, make the stream a better place. It's not your responsibility for it, but maybe it is your responsibility to not egg it on.
Yes.
Just keep the vibes positive. If you care about the content creator that you are watching, you should be aware of their limits, and you should be aware of like their emotions with it all.
Very well.
This is officially the longest video we've ever done.
I know. Well, first I noticed what time it was, but I also was trying to think. I was like, I don't remember what we were talking about before the tangent happened.
I just asked you how you balance being a dad and playing Rocket.
Oh, all right. Let's see if we can bundle that real fast. Taking everything that was already said about like balance and respect about each in their own, and putting values, certain ones above others. Long story short, I love everything that I do, so I'm going to put everything into everything. And I think scheduling is something that can help you so much. If you can plan, you can make it better. And if you know that you can plan to have a TikTok already edited, ready to go, if you have a YouTube video that's already scheduled, you don't have to do anything else. It's done. It'll post itself. A tweet, you can literally compose a tweet the day before. If you know, like, you know what, in the morning I'm gonna be so busy, have it ready to go. It'll literally post itself. You can do it from your computer. It's these little things that can help you through the day.
Tweets. TweetDeck is a thing.
Yes, you can schedule your tweets. Literally, you can do it from a browser. You can schedule a tweet. You go in, make it, draft, schedule, boom. And if you know that you're going to go live that night and you want to have some promotional thing ready, don't like wait till the last minute and go, well, I've got to get my tweet out. Have it scheduled, and then you can just go live and not stress. Make your life easier. Plan your streams. Don't just hit go live and go, well, I guess I'm just going to drive around and hit the ball. Like, no. What are you going to do today? Are you going to play ranked? All right, set a goal. I'm going to get champ 2 today. If I don't get champ 2, then the next stream I'm going to wear some stupid wig. Like, what are the stakes? Make it interesting. Make it fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have so many ideas right now that we're going to talk about off stream, off video. I am not here for it today.
Yep.
No, here's the thing. I am here for it. I'm just not normally talking this long, so you guys get to see me kind of like lose the train of thoughts. My ADHD, we typically keep these around 30 to 40 minutes. So like,
that didn't happen.
So my my attention span of how to keep something condensed has left me. But hey, we do have to wrap this up. There are questions that I wanted to ask that I didn't get to ask, so I'm gonna do something interesting, guys. If you guys would like to see like the rest of the questions, if you enjoyed this, if you want to see the rest of the questions happen, let me know and we'll do a follow-up. I will force FLASHFORCE to do a follow-up with me, and we'll get more of those in, because I think this was a really good time. But the most important thing here is self-promoting ourselves off the planet. So FLASHFORCE, tell anyone who might be watching this where to find you.
So if you guys want to see me in different facets, you guys can check me out on Twitch at twitch.tv/FlashForce, or you can go check out my Twitter, FlashForce4000, my YouTube. I have been pushing so hard right now with YouTube Shorts and YouTube videos in general. I do a lot of Rocket League, but I also do other content as well. A lot of fun stuff. So FlashForce on there. TikTok, FlashForce4000. I know it's confusing, but you'll figure it out. You can just go to my Twitch and check it out. But we have stuff definitely coming up, a lot of stuff coming up for the Twitch channel. So definitely come check out the Twitch. I am live Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 8:30 p.m. and I'm live Sunday at 1 p.m. and that is all Eastern Standard Time.
And if you couldn't keep up with everything that he just said, all of his links will be provided down below the video. So you can go check him out on all those platforms that he is absolutely killing it on Twitch, on YouTube, on TikTok, on all of those places. And guys, make sure if you've made it this far, I don't know, experiment. If you made it this far, I've never done one of these this long. If you
might have to drop some stub things in between.
If you've made it this far into the video, I need you to give us a keyword, FLASHFORCE.
Fuel.
Say fuel. How dare you? How dare you? You stupid energy
code
drinks.
FLASHFORCE at G Fuel.
Say fuel in the comments, along with whatever else you want to say, but say fuel in the comments. And please like and subscribe to the videos. Like and subscribe to the channel. Here it is. And thank you so much. And this is one of the first videos from my brand new editor, so please, I've linked him down below. Please go check him out as well. I love you guys. Thank you for watching the content, and thank you so much, Flash, for doing this with me.
No, thank you so much for asking me. This was amazing, and we'll see if this happens again.
We will see. All right, have a good night.